Ironwood Games. This is Andrew, and welcome back to our next video in this series on the quick Emblem draft, Lost Caverns of Ixalan. These games have been taking a bit, so I think this is our third gameplay video, but only going to be our fourth game. We're at 2 wins and 1 loss. Let's jump in. Hopefully you've been watching the other videos, so you know what's going on. We're playing 5-color 5-drops, is the way I'm describing it. As always, I'll take this moment here to remind you, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're slowly growing, and every added subscription really helps. Alright, we typically mulligan pretty aggressively. We are going first. I think that's the first time we're going first. In this, the swamp cycling is fine, but just the one land, I don't love it. These aren't, we prefer to have the cheaper things, so we're gonna mulligan. So we could, with this hand, we could Promising Vein for a forest, Glimpse the Core for a second forest, to be able to Thrashing Brontodon. We don't have these ones available, but I don't really care about that guy. So I throw one of them back and do that. We can also Glimpse the Core to get the Promising Vein back, if we decide we want a different color besides the green. So I think we will keep this. We've got the 2 lands. Send one of those guys back. He's not the best in this deck. And the Wanderglyph we can at some point cast out of our hand if we need to. So yeah, we just throw out a thing, see what our... Okay, Geological Appraiser is great. Get a double trigger here. Unfortunately, Malicious Eclipse is not good at this point. Actually one of the worst things, but it was a free card, so we won't complain. Alright, our opponent hit an Aura, and then had to discard. Oh, we did draw a Swamp, so that's actually pretty decent. We're going to play the Vein, because we do want to be able to search that out. So that's why we avoided cards, you know, tricks for the most part, and things like this. We do have, like, the Eclipse, but it is cheap enough we can still play it. I mean, the Atali's Favor is cheap on that, but we really didn't want to discover into things that just weren't effective. So we want to minimize the number of cards that end up going into our hand versus getting to be a free cast. Because casting 4 drops for free is really good. And when your opponent is able to do the same thing, you just need every discover to count. Alright, here we are gonna go for that forest. And now, depending on what we draw, because you still do end up with that draw each turn, because we could, so our opponent has a bunch of 2/2s. We have this 2/2 that would die. So we could go for the second swamp. We could go for the second forest. If we want the forest, it makes more sense to hit option 1. If we want the swamp, we need to return that cave. I don't know what we want to do. I do know we want to race at this point. And if our opponent's willing to trade... I haven't seen anything. We do have more ways to get the swamp, so we're gonna keep our options open and return the cave. Even though it's a little bit less efficient if we do end up getting that forest, I don't know for sure that I want the forest. Because we got rid of our 3/2. We did draw the 5/2, but if our opponent gets a bunch more 2s on board, or things that die to that, then we could be in incentivized to get the swamp instead. Yeah, see, so there's another trick that's just, to be honest, not good for our opponent. I really would like to trade the Wander Glyph. It does give them some amount of advantage if they're trying to play. So the thing about it, and the reason we win, is we said we're going to take this emblem and try and play a little unfair. A lot of my opponents have just tried to play fair Magic with kind of a higher curve, it seems like. And I don't know that that's the right answer. I think we're going to bury treasure and then figure out what we're searching for, because we can always splash for the, or sack this for the other color when we want to do any of those. I don't want to attack with the 5/2 because I only want to trade it with the 3. Well, maybe I do, because I don't mind if they double here. I get to eat them both, get through on 5. Yeah, and either trade I think is fine. I really want to kill the 3/3 because it doesn't die to Malicious Eclipse. But if they're gonna double, yeah, I'm fine with that. Actually, end turn. Play that. And then, okay, Geological Appraiser, very good. My opponent got one. It's another Discover. Ooh, another Favor. Alright, into another Discover, so that's pretty good. Which also keeps this from dying to my Eclipse. Let's see what you get. Pirate, that's fine. And I don't know that playing some fair Magic is bad because they get to put more things down. But I think we've built Mars in a way that we do get to get things out of our hand. Another Appraiser. That's actually pretty good for them. And Breaches. Okay. So do we go for the Forest? Knowing we have more ways to find a swamp later? I think we do. Or do we get a mountain since we have 2 red cards? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not. So we could return this, give them a free Discover. I think we play Wander Glyph and grow our Gem Guard so that it eats more things. And the question is, do we attack? I mean, they're only at 8. I think we do. Because a trade here, and then either a double block or a trade here is good, and then we can unlucky drop something. Yeah, we have enough life. Our opponent has gotten some decent value. They're going to be able to keep us from blocking. And I think, yeah. Song of Stupefaction. I mean, I think we just play the free spell on here. I don't see why not. We're not going to mill. We'll discover 5. Yeah, that seems good. Because our opponent is at a spot where they have to protect their life total. And I think I like what we've got available to us. if we draw land, we can put down like a Gold Fury Strider. So yeah, they're just attacking with this to keep us from blocking to hit for 3. Hit for 5. Okay, fine. And they get to blow up our artifact perfectly fine. Play their own Gold Fury Strider, sure. Like I said, they've definitely got some things. They need to play those things out. This one's just good. Without hesitation, we're going to play that. At this point, we don't have enough advantageous like attacks and things, but this is going to start getting... Oh, Panicked Allosaur is going to start. Getting our double triggers helps us build the board. I think we're back in this. We're fine. And now we can still have good attacks. Yeah, our Malicious Eclipse is not getting good anymore. Sunshot Militia is fine. If they want to just ping us, we'll kill them on the crackback. Otherwise, Panicked Allosaur starts to take them down. Just drawing cards. You have First Strike, you've got a Trick. Yeah, we'll try and eat your Trick. Can you give it +2? Cool, okay. Yeah, you can kill my Brawler. That's fine. Yeah, we can kill that eventually. I think we just killed that thing. I think we're gonna unlucky drop something and hold this up. The question is, do we want to over the edge? Well, if we over the edge, we can't unlucky drop. Do we want to over the edge and get rid of like the 3/5? I think so. Well, no, I think we unlucky drop it. Let's see what we get. This is an instant, right? No attacks, because I'm just gonna ping over 4 turns. For that, let's see what we... Hoverstone Pilgrim's good. Walk with the Ancestors? Perfect. I think... to our hand... I think it's Promising Vein just to get more... land. We get another Discover. Eaten by Piranhas turns something into a 1/1. Which I want to turn Sunshot Militia into a 1/1. Just remove that thing from them. Now I'm less worried about the unlucky drop. Getting, like, or over the edge, killing things so they can't turn this into a way to just ping us out. Yeah, okay. So let's resolve that. Yeah, resolve that. The challenge now is if we unlucky drop it, they do get the Discover trigger. Versus if we just kill it. Oh, they didn't do either. So let's start with this. Yeah, a 6-3 is not a problem for us. So let's just take this one back. Because we can kill it with the Microid. I've got 2 in the air here. So essentially they're down to 2 off of both of these guys. Okay, they got to draw another or play into another Gold Fury Strider. Let's do that. I really want to... really want to do so many things. I think we over the edge. That, let's see. Attack for 2 in the air. This puts him at 2. I think the right answer, though, is just build the board. As much as over the edge to get rid of their +2/+0 seems good. I don't think it is. We'll get to play a free card. And another free card. And return a permanent. From our graveyard to our hand. I chose the Appraiser just because it gets us the free Discover. That way, if we decide to bounce that, we get that. Alright, our opponent saw the writing on the walls. And packed it up, so... Alright, looks like we've got time for another game. So let's go into game 5 here. Alright, same strategy. Yeah, I will say going first in this format is significantly impactful. And then we do have the disadvantage of the randomness of we do have lots of things that can hit that aren't 5-drops, that aren't as great. But we do have a lot of other hits. Sorry. And as soon as... so we have the 2 lands, but we don't have the ability to play any of these. Curator's really good if we can get it down. But being in the hand means we only have 1 in the deck. So we're going to send this back. Nothing is playable on this. If this was a Swamp Forest hand, maybe. But we're going to send it back. Our opponent is going first. 3 lands. Malicious Eclipse in hand. Thrashing Brontodon in hand. Hoverstone Pilgrim. I think we keep this one. The question is, what do we send back? And it's between the 4-drop and the 5-drop. Whatever it is going to go on the bottom. I'm going to send the 4-drop back. If we do end up getting lands, this is just really good when we can get some shuffles and other things. And put stuff back and shuffle it all around. Likely hit something. That, okay. Sail Larcenist. Okay, good card. Yeah, if you guys watched the draft, we passed on a number of good rares just because they didn't do anything in this format. We're gonna get our Scry 3 set up our next couple of turns. So we draw the next card, which means I want to draw Island Cycling. You will get to... Yeah, so this will be draw, discover, draw, which is actually really good. That's kind of what we want. That 3-drop is fine. We can play it. The Island Cycling next turn we Folly's Favor. Okay, everybody really likes that card, and I think it's fine. It's just much worse when you don't have options. Like here, they have to stack it up on this guy. And sure, they get their extra discovers. And then eaten by Piranha. Beautiful. Not a problem for me at all. Skeleton creature. The problem with island cycling, though, is we do shuffle. And I don't know that I hate that. Next. We're not going to block the flyer, so we might as well hit it. We do want to hit... I think this 5-drop on top is fine. We know that we get to hit that. Now it's really the question of, is this good enough to draw? I don't think it is. Yeah, we're going to take 4. That's fine. We've got to deal with that. And we have ways of... Like, we have some removal. So... Like, drawing that does give us a better chance of, like, discovering into our removal. But I think building out our mana base... Walk with the Ancestors. They don't get the other value off of it, so it just turns into a 4. They get a good one, though. Alright, we hit Island on the draw, which is... One could argue better. We're losing this race to untapped creatures. Yeah, target creature gets blah 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 blah. I don't think Scavenger's worth playing right now. I think we just... I guess we could have Promising Veined instead to get either the second forest or the second swamp. No attacks. I really don't like where we're at. That's fine. I really like... Now we've got some decent attacks. In this, I'd really like to hit our opponent. And yeah, our opponent killed it. That's fine. We are dying here, unfortunately. Oh, a second curator. Okay, yeah, we're boned. This is gonna be hard. Our kill spell, Malicious Eclipse, doesn't get rid of these guys. Our opponent hitting extra discovers. I think we Promising Vein. I gotta say, we need to unlucky drop this flyer. Yeah, that seems fine. And hope we hit something good on our own discover, because not the best. Our opponent has pretty good attacks. And Malcolm is good. Definitely has some good cards in this. So the other thing on that, right, when they're playing these Fair Magic decks, if they have a really good deck, yeah, we might just be dead. Let's unlucky drop this thing that we can't block for sure. Does it have Ward? Ward 1. So we can't unlucky drop it. So we unlucky drop 5. We're taking 6. I do like that warning that it gives us, because we need to eat one of these. just chump the other one. I think that is great. Sure, Daring Discovery is just a free discover. Alright, so they don't have anything to hit on 4 or less. But I don't think we can survive. I really don't. Play Island. Hoverstone block. I mean, we just don't have enough here. Alright. Let's pack this one in. That was unfortunate. Our opponent had some good stuff. Getting double Curator is the dream in this format, and our opponent got it. We haven't yet. We do have 2 Curators in the deck. Yeah, those Atali's Favors doubling up there did help as well. I don't know. We'll see on that one. We may have sequenced a little bit poorly early on, but I think just what our opponent hit into and what we hit into just wasn't gonna match up. So we'll go into a game 6 here. I believe we're at 3 wins and 2 losses. We have Promising Vein and Swamp Cycling, but I don't like any of these other things. Our opponent's going first again. So once again, unlucky. Curator is fine, but we only have the 2 lands and nothing else to do with it. I don't like either of those. We're going to send that back again. Return 3 cards. So here we would keep, I think, these 3 and send everything else back. Yeah. Oh no, we're only returning 2, right? I'm sorry. That was if we mulligan again. So we get to keep 4. I think we keep these 3. Yeah, let's keep 5. I think this is fine. We'll send Panicked Altasaur back. And walk with the Ancestors back. We'll get a shuffle off of Glimpse the Core. Cosmium Blast. Okay. Our opponent didn't hit anything scary on that discover. We got a Soulcoil Viper. Not the best, but better than a Cosmium Blast. But we do need to remember that our opponent has the Cosmium Blast in hand. And try and get to a point where Grasping Shadows is really annoying. I think that's our second forest, which is bad because then Glimpse the Core doesn't do anything for us right now. Once we get our cave, yeah, do I want to give them the opportunity to Cosmium Blast? I kind of don't. But we don't have the black. Yeah, I'll let them have it. That way it's gone, and later on when they've got something with Death Touch Lifelink, perfect. This is good. It gives us another Discover trigger into something else. I think just getting rid of Cosmium Blast is fair. Corpses of the Lost. So yeah, we've seen decks before that are just very like artifact enchantment heavy. So they've got two options here. I don't mind which. They'll probably take Thrashing Brontodon. They didn't. Okay. I feel like that was a mistake because this lets me blow up. Unless they have a way to kill it once I play it. Do we all attack here? I think we do. This gets trampled just because it's the only one that has enough defense. Fine with that trade. Do I have an artifact in my graveyard? I don't know. I might. Oh yeah, Gem Guard. My opponent was afraid of it. So in theory they might discard it again if they have like another Visage of the Dread. Alright. Batlurker is fine. We don't have a way to play this, but if we do end up getting our I don't care about that. Craft with 2 creatures I think is fine. We can't play that, we can't play that. Next. Do I care? I don't really want to lose the Thrashing Brontodon and be forced to do that. Grasping Shadows is annoying. Yeah, that's fine. They're not going to attack with anything and be aggressive. This already has lifelink. Yeah, put that on the battlefield, that's fine. Actually pretty good, lets us be very aggressive. Okay. Yeah, you get your own Acolyte, that's good. And another Glorifier of Suffering. Okay. This actually they might trigger it now just to pump. They've got one. Yeah, they did get rid of Visage of the Dread. They're gonna put it on the lifelinker. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, resolve that. That's fine. My turn. Okay, we got blue. Stupefaction seems fine. What do we put it on? I don't know that we care to put it on anything right now. I think we attack with these two and see what they do. Again, we don't want to lose Thrashing Brontodon. I want to be able to kill their stupid Grasping Shadows when I need to, but I think we just attack for 9 and force some blocks here. Yeah, I'm happy to trade off these two. Get a fun Discover, that's fine. Now do we Adaptive Gem Guard? Yes, we do. Auto. And I do think we, because we can, we Song of Stupefaction back. As well, make them play their stupid thing. Echo. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Kill my good thing. Malicious Eclipse, good. Do we just buried treasure right now? Well, one black. Yeah, let's see what happens if we attack. Chump it is fine, and we're gonna exile buried treasure to get a free discover. And end turn to get our other discover. We'll take it. Two creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's good. Then they got Glorifiers of Dusk, Echo of Dusk, and the Ruin Lurker. So that's what they took. Yeah, one of Echo, one of Glorifier. Malicious Eclipse. When we can get that cave, or a Swamp Cycler, or something, which we definitely have ways to do. I will gladly trade this for my Oh, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, we'll just sacrifice it. I don't mind. Pay the life to get that back. Okay, we did get the Swamp Cycler. Like to get rid of both of their things. This lifelink is rather annoying. But because of it, I need to be able to block it. I think we hold up Crash and Brought to Dawn. See what we get off of Discover. Corpse of the Lost doesn't do anything scary to us right now. The recursion on it is nice, but yeah. Do I care about 3 damage? I don't. I care about the 3 life my opponent's gaining on the board. The other thing about Grasping Shadows is it does eventually turn itself off. That's going to be something we want to get rid of. We might attack with everything and see what happens and just play it out. The core is doing absolutely nothing for us. Our opponent's at 13. Because we can get rid of this. And maybe that's the right thing, is get rid of that. Malicious Eclipse. Okay, if we get rid of this, this becomes a what? It's still a 3, though. Yeah, so let's go to combat. Attack. 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 And let's see. So our opponent, I don't think, wants to take 9. Yeah, this seems good. Okay. Now, Crashing Brought to Dawn. Kill that. Malicious Eclipse. All of their things. And end the turn. Yes, Curator is great. Okay. And I think, yes, our opponent gets to gain the life back, but I do think we are in a commanding position here. On this, our opponent drawing lands is fine. What we don't want is them to draw things that are... How many of these Glorifiers of Suffering did they get? Ay, ay, ay. Alright, my turn. So we have enough. We can just play the speed. Yeah, I think we just give you Indestructible. Next, we attack with you because 5 damage is 5 damage. Indestructible is really good. That's fine. It eats up a trick. And end turn. Play another Acolyte. And, oh, Ray of Ruin? Yes, please. We'll just exile Vito. Eaten by Piranhas is the Scry. Do I want to draw? Yeah, I'll draw that next turn, actually. That's good. That's a good draw, because it's... My opponent won't see it, and it's cheap enough I can play. Let's see. Do I care? Pass. No. No blocks. I'll take 3. You get to go to 21. That's fine. Wanderglyph is good. I really don't like that at all. My turn. We're gonna eat up that bad boy there, I think. Let's find out first. If we attack and we attack, can our opponent have... Do they take 5? This is going to flip soon and then not be as good for them. And so we're not as worried about it anymore. They only have 1 card. Let's see what they've got. I'm gonna eat this up with Piranhas next to damage. They take the 5. Tons of things. Like, yeah, we'll play Veteran. what can we get back and what does the most for us? I mean, getting a 6-drop back is probably good. Playing it next turn when we got all these things out here. Yeah, Echo of Dust is fine. The lifelink on it is good. Yeah, you get that? Sure. I will gladly trade here. That's out of the way. Our opponent's down to 10 cards in their library. We are running 48, I believe, which also gives us that a little bit of advantage. And when they start drawing cards off of this, if they choose to, that's just going to put them that much closer. Again, that's 5 turns. On the Discover. Yeah, I think we just play a Spike Tail. I think we give it to this guy. We go next to combat. Could have given it, well, because we can give the counter here, I think. So let's attack and attack. Put the counter here. So now they don't have very good blocks. And if they want to take 13 and go to 5, well, my friend, you are more than welcome to. We'll take a Ghostberry Strider and a Panicked Altasaur. Yeah. Alright, I'm pretty sure this game is in the bag. Because they're at 3 on my next turn, and I've got enough. Now they're at 1. Or, I'm sorry, at 2. Yeah, they get to play another thing without a skeleton. Without a thing. I think we can just kill them on our next turn between 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this doesn't trigger this, we won't let them have. Yeah, they don't have anything left to get out of here. They've got what, 8 cards. So this seems crazy to do, but it's not. You'll see. We're gonna sack a thing, drain them for 1. Sack another thing, drain them for 1. And then on our turn, we're just going to hit Panicked Altasaur, and they're dead. We're not going to stretch it out for any reason. Yeah, they can draw a card and lose a life. We're just going to try and end it quickly. It probably was a little bit better to not sack those creatures and play it out for another turn, but especially knowing they're not going to get anything else off the Discover, that they've got 6 drops and lands left. But I don't think we needed to drag it out in that situation. It was, either way, I think we could have managed the win on that. But I will say it was probably slightly better play to actually go into our turn with our full board and attack and worry about that lifelinker and see what we drew and so on. All right, thanks guys. We're at 4 and 2. We'll see you for the next video, which may be the last one. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see ya. Bye.